everybody. It's all about the purple, but I'm wearing red. Stick around. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back to Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home for a Tuesday shave. This is the last video of the week. And I said it's all about the purple, but I'm wearing red. What the heck is that all about? Well, a couple of reasons. One, today's shave is inspired by the color purple. And we'll go into that in a second. The second reason, the reason why I'm wearing red, is my background is kind of funny. My last name is German from my grandfather's side. My dad was born German in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. My grandmother, her last name was McLaughlin. Now, and that was changed when her family came to the United States, but it's actually McLaughlin. So, Scottish, 100% Scottish. So we got Scottish, German on my dad's, Scottish, German, and Pennsylvania Dutch, I guess, on my dad's side. And then on my mother's side, 100% pure island Puerto Riqueña, born in Barranquitas, Puerto Rico. So I'm a Puerto Rican German Scot with some Italian probably in there somewhere, because good old Columbus, when he came over, he decided to, he did things to the Taino Indians in Puerto Rico. So, and my mom's mom, my grandmother on my mom's side, is from Seville, Spain. So you got Puerto Rican, España, Scot, German, and Pennsylvania Dutch. And I'm born in Arizona. So you got a little bit of cowboy in there too. Anyhow, the reason why I'm wearing red, I digress, is I'm wearing my Clan McLaughlin Scottish shirt. Because today, it is very much like Scotland in Tucson. It's windy, it's cold, it's damp, and it's rainy. We were 80 degrees yesterday, spring-like weather, and today we're in the 60s, and with rain and more rain tomorrow, so it was much like Scotland. And I think I did that to myself, because last night, for a little cocktail, I had a dram of Highland Park Viking Heart, and I think I made it happen. So, why is it purple today? Well, because we're shaving with everything purple and lavender. So for the soap, we are using the Holy Black Lavender Creeper. Very, very cold, mentholy, lavendery soap, and we're getting down to the nitty-gritty on that. For the razor, once again in purple, we're doing the Purple Neon. This is a modified gold dollar with these really cool purple and orange neon scales. And we're also using the matching brush that was made by Matt DeRuiter of the same scale material. And then, of course, we're using the Lavender Creeper aftershave, the Lavender Quins, and back to a kind of a weird color, this should be in purple, is Duke Cannon Randolph, which is a lavender forward with leather notes. So that's kind of the shave for today. Not much else to talk about. Oh, before we get started, let's not forget, today's shave is brought to you by, if I can get it all here, Nurse Dave's Shaving World, poker chips, shaving devices. You can bet on it. They're always a winner, and it's not the size of the poker chip that matters, or not the size of the pick, it's the magic in it. So check out Nurse Dave. And also, down here, www.theshavingcadre.com. Please come and visit us. We'd love to have you as a member. Over here, if you like what you see, like, subscribe, smash that button, smash the bell down here so you're notified for all new content. And then check out all the channels that I have listed in the description section. They support the channel, they support the TSC, and I think you should support them as well. We're at 934 subscribers, so we're getting there, slowly but surely. We appreciate it. Excuse me, here we go. And here's a pro tip. Do not cough while you're shaving. with a straight razor. And that sound you're hearing right there is not Ruger like yesterday. That one is Kona, aka the real Wile E. Coyote. For those that know him, he is half German Shepherd, half Husky, and all Wile E. Coyote. He wants to go outside because we have the tree trimmers here, even though it's kind of a little bit rainy. They're going to trim the trees today on our property. And he wants to go outside and see them because he's hoping they'll give him a cookie. And of course, you know, he wants to devise and do all kinds of stuff that Wile E. Coyote would do. This gold dollar was not modified by me. It was J.D. Lindsay. Or not J.D. Lindsay. Oh, I can't remember. But it was won in a contest. Or I should say an auction. It's a wonderful razor. It's been stropped 30 times on the balsa convex strop. Excuse me. As most of you know that are familiar with the Holy Black, when they do a creeper, it's using a cooling agent very similar to what you see in your toothpaste. But this one is super, super cold. I'm not sure if there's any menthol in this as well. I don't think so. But it's probably the nicest overall lavender scent, especially the aftershave. I certainly wish they would bring this back at some point. I know they may have some in their secret stash because I'm running down to donut level now. And the aftershave I still have a little bit of, but I wish they would make a fragrance of the lavender creeper. And I know there are many people out there that don't like the Holy Black's business model because they come out with a limited edition and it's usually sold out within seconds, if not minutes. And there's no limitation to how many people can buy. And I know that's caused issues on the secondary market because you've got these products that are unobtainium, number one. And number two, they're going for the secondary market for crazy numbers. But you know what? Each business has its own business model. And they're obviously doing well. So, you know, you can't fault a business for what they do. It's their business. I've been fortunate to get most of them, but I missed the grapefruit creeper because I wasn't fast enough on the button, or actually some got hinky, but I was able to get it in the secondary stash, or the secret stash. So, you know, I know there's tons of soaps out there, and a lot of people don't think, well, it's not worth it. But from my point of view, I know that the ones that I want, and so I will, you know, hang out until I'll hang out and get those ones that I want. Lavender Creeper was one. Tangerine Creeper was another one. And the Japanese Bamboo. So you just, you kind of pick and choose the ones. And then I also got the Halloween version, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And then I had the Sacred Heart. I think it was called the Sacred Heart, but I picked that away because it was too much of a dark. The scent profile wasn't for me. But I still have all of them. And so, to me, they were worth it. Especially the Lavender Creeper. And I'm going to be real sad when that goes away, because unless I can get it through their secret stash, it's pretty much unobtainium. Fortunately, there are other lavender soaps out there, Martin de Condre being one of them. But none of them are going to have this cooling agent. And the one thing about the lavenders that Holy Black does is they're a barrel aged, just like you would a whiskey. And so that makes the aftershave just tremendous. And somebody asked me in one of my comments the other day why I do, on my neck, I do 2 against the grain passes. But actually, I don't. Believe it or not, my second pass, which appears to be against the grain, is actually across the grain. And if you notice, I'm doing a scything action this way when I do my second pass. And when I do my third pass, I do a scything action slightly at a different angle, going back towards, instead of going ear to chin, I usually go chin to ear. So it is a little bit of a different pass, and it allows me to get that. Like I said, the only issue I have is right in here, which we usually take care of at the end. This is not an overly slick soap, so it does require that your face, it's pretty tacky when you take the soap off. Now this one on the Fool's Pass isn't against the grain. I've experimented doing my across the grain, then my against the grain on my lip. And I find that doing the across the grain doesn't make it quite as harsh when I do the Fool's Pass. Just gives me a little bit of a smoother shave. Okay, let's see how we did. I always miss a spot. And maybe just a little bit in the neck. And even with a DE, I have this one area right here, but I found that the flat blading or flat planing really takes care of that last little bit. Because I will admit, I do chase BBS every single day. All right. There we go. Nothing on the alum. But the cooling, as I said, the cooling of this soap sticks around forever. I mean, it really, I mean, it's cold. Some people might relate that to a sting. I don't. I mean, I think it's just a nice cooling effect. Oh, and also somebody asked what I do down below here when they don't hear me rinsing my blade too much. I actually take one of these, wet it, and I wipe the edge of the blade off on that sponge. I find it just cleans the blade a little bit better, and it doesn't waste a lot of water. And the nice thing about this lavender creeper is when you do rinse it with cold water, you get that extra blast of coolness. Again, we'll be using the Quinn's Lavender to stay with the lavender theme. And again, for our hardware today, we use the gold dollar, modified gold dollar with the purple neon scales, and then the matching brush with a AMAC black synthetic, kind of a Persian jar type of scales. The Lavender Creeper Soap by the Holy Black. And for the aftershave, once again, the Lavender Creeper Barrel Aged. Wonderful bottle. These bottles are just, that's the one thing, presentation-wise, for the Holy Black, is just phenomenal. One of the best. As far as just the neat, funky vibe that you get from the Holy Black products. Just good stuff. And the lavender on this is just in your face, explosive. And I still got about 3/4 of bottle. You don't need a lot. For the talc today, kind of using a little bit more of a lavender forward talc, and that's Yardley Classic. It does have some lavender in it, and just finishes everything off. Kind of enhances that lavender feel overall. And just the coolness from the soap and the coolness from this won't go away for a while. I mean, it's a face freezer. I mean, it may not be as much as those Sage Rub or any of those super face freezers, but it's really good as well. And then for the EDT today, this is a Target special. Duke Cannon. I think it's like 19 bucks. It's listed as an EDT, but it is strong enough, and it's very lavender forward with some leather, which makes it really nice. The leather kind of tones down the sharpness of the lavender. So it's really nice. In fact, the notes, the one thing with Duke Cannon, most of their notes are top 3. So yeah, you've got lavender, bergamot, and leather. That's it. So you get a little bit of a citrus hit and stuff like that. Well, that's it, folks. Thank you so much for joining us for all 3 of our videos this week. We're headed back to the shop. Back to do our tonsorial duties. So I want to thank everybody. I really, honestly, really appreciate all the subscriptions, the comments, the likes. And if there's anything you'd like to see on the channel, please let us know. I'm Barber Dave. This has been Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home. And I hope everybody has a wonderful remainder of the week. Take care. See you next week.